Okay, this is Queen Crossalite Owens, and this is going to be for the, I am the founder of the International Voice Coalition, and today we're going to be talking about what happened from the week of, I think it was August, today is, I'll say from last Sunday, and this is ending on August the 26th, 2023. For this week, my personal account of, the struggles that I've go through with the Black Op federal group funded by the Criminal Justice Department and maybe within the FBI. And, I think that all of them, I know I told y'all that, it's basically the Black Op federal group from the Criminal Justice Department. But I think it's that all of them are cooperating with them as well, like the FBI and the within the FBI. I think I did tell y'all that some couple of weeks. I've been telling y'all that for the last month. About this Black Op federal group from the Criminal Justice Department. And it's also the FBI is involved with it. And they're saying the CIA is involved as well. So it's a lot deeper than what this thing is deep, okay? Because of them exposing, basically. And I explain how it works. They're targeting certain people. That is like, for religious reasons, for political reasons, people they don't like, or it can be a racial issue. It's just a lot of reasons. Some of it is some of us, we are high ranking. We're like God's chosen high ranking ones, like star seeds, religious, like I said, religious reasons. But also some of us had family members that were a part of the secret societies, like the Freemasons and all this kind of stuff. So we were put on secret shadow lists when we were born. And what they do is and this is spiritual, they look into our future and see what we could become. And what they like to do is they watch us. When they put us on these shadow lists, they're watching us our whole life, off and on. And then, they wait until we become maybe become popular, or we become, famous, superstars, or do something great, or we're heroic at something, or they wait until we get in some type of trouble. Like, if we get associated with somebody that's shady, or somebody that has maybe have a criminal record, they done something illegal or something like that, or we ourselves may have did something minor, or broke a minor law or something like that. And what they'll do is they'll hide behind that. They'll hide behind it, and then they'll make it and they'll blow it up into this big, gigantic thing, so that they can do what they want to do. Like the stuff they're doing now is like illegal human experimentations, and they're saying that they, like the ones that are, that are spiritually high ranking with God, they like to, harvest their industry. They like to benefit off of their energy. That's what a lot of sources are saying, So they have their reasons. But like me, myself, I am on their list. And they'll put us, what they'll do is they'll take us off that shadow list. Then they'll put us on their top priority lists, like their terrorist lists and stuff like that. And make the public think that you're some kind of like Osama bin Laden or Adolf Hitler. That's if they're really after you now. If you're on their number one list, and they're really after you, you got to be that very special for them to really be on you. So they will make up a fabricated lie and say, that you're a danger you're an enemy of the state, and that you're a danger to America. They will go to that great extent so that they can do what they like, so they can commit crimes, so they can get rich, like me, myself. That's what their agenda is. They have gotten rich off of me for these 2 decades and a half. They've gotten super rich, and I told y'all the book is coming out very soon. They're not happy about it, and God do not care. God told me, I want you to write that book, and it's coming out so y'all can understand the timelines of all this stuff that y'all been seeing for all these years. And that is what they have been doing. Okay? A lot of us, we don't even have no criminal record. I know I don't. I don't have a criminal record. Okay? When y'all read that book, y'all gonna see it. It's all coming out. It's all coming out. But I'm going to make a long story short. For my account, the things I'm experiencing because of this secret group in the Justice Department, the whatever you want to call them, vigilators is what they are. They are government vigilators, and they are, which is like the Gestapo and Adolf Hitler's time. Okay, they put out secret APBs. They do smear campaigns. They are funded by the U.S. Department of Justice, in the top elites. And what they do is they go out and they also, if they think you are a financial threat, you're an economical threat as well, because they really make a great big deal because I have the economical gift from God. I know how to create great wealth in the right way, from the bootstrap way, and they know that. Okay, they watch my finances, y'all. They know exactly when I get paid, how much money I get. They watch my debit card transactions online, and I may have not told y'all last week, but I've been having trouble with my debit cards, like my payroll card. I was having problems. It was going online this week. This is one thing that they did. They had my card seeming like I didn't have no funds on it because I was trying to buy some websites or something off of eBay, and it said insufficient funds. So I'm like, wow, I done spent all that money. So I think it was Thursday or Friday. I went to call my number and check my card balance to see how much money I would have to buy food. And then it tells me, I got this such and such amount in there. So I'm like, but why did it decline, my offer what I was trying to buy online? And that's not the first time I had that problem. I had it like 2 more times. And it's always when if I'm buying a website or something money making. And then I'm well aware that they're watching me online. Everything I do, they actually camp out and watch the internet all day long, especially when I'm at work. And watch it, for 8 hours. They're watching that internet to see if I'm getting on the internet to buy or work on my websites. I'm telling y'all, these people are they're ventilators, is what they are. They are given power from the Justice Department secretly. Okay, unconstitutional. Okay, so that they can reach vengeance on us, and not just reap vengeance on us, okay, but to torture and persecute us, and and live off of our energy or something like that, or steal our energy, benefit off of it. I'm talking spiritually. That's one of their main reasons, okay? And also to get rich off of us at the same time. Get money. That's the reason why they have been attacking me for 2 decades and a half. And the experiment is show people how good their technology is, their Star Wars technology. Okay? In other countries, if Russia or any of them do that, they will be sanctioned for inhumane experimentation stuff. They will be sanctioned for that. Okay? Because these people think because these people can read our minds, that is harmless. No, it's not harmless. It is not harmless. And we have millions of people that will testify to this fact, because they have filed lawsuits against the United States of America because of that gamma radiation, electromagnetic technology. Okay? It's not okay. It is harming our health. And they also use that technology to slowly kill us, cause us to have cancer. Okay? It is not nothing to be played with. There are serious side effects from long-term use. Okay? And I've been told by unnamed sources, not just prophetically, but also from the psychic world, the real reason why they have stayed on me so long is because they are trying to use that electromagnetic technology to slowly kill me with it. Okay? To slowly kill. And they keep me up under it every day. And I haven't told y'all what they did to the refrigerator. My refrigerator, they stopped my refrigerator. Okay, I have different sources saying, inside sources is saying that this office that I rent, from, that the landlord or the manager is in on it. Okay, that somehow only thing I know is that I have experienced for the last 2 weeks strange smells in my room, and I actually seen evidence that, and I know in the contract that they can come in there, the manager can come in there, and somebody came in there and left, I guess some kind of I don't know what you call it, something like AT&T something. There's services that they can provide, like cable, stuff like that, internet, things like that, phone, something dealing with business. They left that in there. So I knew that, that they can come in there, the manager can come in there. But what he did is also he may have let the FBI or a detective inside of there, because not only was I smelling a strong, expensive cologne fragrance of a man, in my office. Very, very expensive. This cologne was very expensive. I've tried to rationalize and say, well, it may just be coming from the vents. Maybe somebody, another tenant, maybe wearing that cologne. And I try to just rationalize with it and try to put it in the proper perspective, that maybe, they're just passing by and their cologne is just that dang good. It's got to be mighty expensive. Like, some very expensive cologne, but it had a strong odor. It smelled good, but it's very, very, very strong. So it's so strong till I felt that maybe somebody had them come in my office, because I experienced that in the past. that somebody had been in my trailer home when I lived in Georgia, when this first got started too, in 2001 or 2. When I come back from off of my night shift job at the nursing home, you know, when this thing first got started, I always smelled this cologne, a male's cologne. It's been in my bedroom where I sleep at. Now we're finding out that John Sweat and Rob Smith, you know, some of their detectives, or Brian Vaughn's payroll cop friends, you know, that they had obtained a no-knock warrant, and that's going to be in the book. That they come in my trailer home and didn't tell me they with a warrant. They had a no-knock warrant, which they got from a judge, and had been coming in my trailer home. People was running and telling my mom, you know, that they are going in your daughter's trailer home while she's at work, and she don't even know it. Okay? And they try to hide it behind Charles Blasingame and say, oh, it's because we think that he gave her drug money. Okay? Which they know darn well. Y'all read that book. You're going to see what I'm talking about. When this really got started. When I started working for Brian Vaughn, that owned those Burger Kings, Almost Famous and Company. Okay? Now, we have physical evidence. For people that listen to this, we have physical evidence that he done it. Okay? Put a bug on my bicycle, and then in the city of Douglas, the mayor, Max Lotwood, and all of them, they was in on it. They're Freemasons. We know that. We know they're Freemasons. Most of them are. Dewey Hayes and all of them, they were in on it. You can't make this up. I mean, we got our witnesses. I mean, credible, impeccable, high integrity witnesses that knows firsthand the whole city of Douglas, Georgia. Okay? They broadcast that stuff all over the city, and it was at the direction of Brian Vaughn, because he thought that I was a spy for Mr. Stafford that owned the Wendy's old-fashioned hamburgers that chain there. Okay? He thought that because I left Wendy's and came and started working for Burger King, that I was spying on his operations. So that deems his rationality of him putting, you know, having his payroll cop friends to put a bug on my bicycle. Okay? And they were secretly broadcasting it all over the city. They weren't saying bad stuff, but still at the same time, in an insidious way, they were being racist, you know, and they were trying to do some type of low-key experimentation. And this was all done without my knowledge and my consent. And not only that, Brian Vaughn also did that commercial, that Steve Winwood commercial, Valerie commercial. Okay? And my family and everybody thought that he was paying me a whole lot of money or something and got my consent to do all of that, to put that stuff on his radio program or show that he had with his another anchor, and plus for the police to be broadcasting that stuff all over the city. I did not give nobody no consent to do that. You know, when I found out about it, I eventually found out about the radio advertising, you know, and I heard it. I thought that was flattering, you know. But no, people were thinking that Brian was paying me a whole lot of money for that. Hell no. I'm sorry, y'all, for cussing. That's my first cuss word. But within reasonability, God forgive me for saying that, because that's my first time on here. I try to stay impeccably professional, and so I try not to use no profanity on here. So that's my first word. So y'all just forgive me for that. And this, okay. But this is the real truth of this right here, and it just led into a great big thing. And we think that this secret government, these the Masonic, the Freemasons, or the secret society, whatever you want to call them, I think they're trying to be slick, and I think they saw their chance to hide behind the Charles Blazingame pen pal thing to put me under all of this illegal experimentation, illegal investigations, and all this kind of stuff, and to get, to capitalize off of me, to get rich, to benefit off of my energy. And this whole country is guilty of it. And I'm not blaming everybody, every single body. I'm talking about certain key, high-ranking people, okay, is what I'm really talking about when I say that. Because I'm not putting the blame on every individual person in the United States. My thing, when I say that, is I'm referencing, mainly people in power, politically as well as religiously, that could have put a stop to this a long time ago. Because when we commit crimes, real crimes, okay, and we're not talking about circumstantial crimes. I'm talking about physical evidence. In a fair and speedy trial, you get them right then and there, and you clock them down, and you tell them right there in eyeball to eyeball, you did this, you did that. In some cases, if you're trying to get that person to stop doing a crime, then you tell them that right there in their face, you doing this, you're writing it, you're pen paling this person, and then you're talking about this and that and the other, and then you tell them this is what will happen. Okay, these people did none of that. Okay, they sat there and listened and saw their chance to capitalize and benefit off of me. Okay, by making up some lies and saying that this man gave me drug money and all this kind of stuff. Never happened. These people at the same time, they had me under illegal arrest from the jump. To the time I walked out of Wendy's old-fashioned hamburgers and crossed that street and went to Burger King to work, Brian Vaughn put me under house arrest. Him and those crooked cops. When they put that bug on that bicycle, and then we have physical evidence, credible witnesses on this right here. So if somebody jumped the gun and say, "Oh, we're just making up stuff," no, the heck we're not. Okay? Because these people was trying to be slick and sneaky, and they wanted to capitalize and get filthy rich. And which CNN and a lot of them other media outlets, they benefited. It does not matter in one way or the other. Ratings doesn't matter. They made a lot of money. Billions of dollars within 2 decades and a half, 20-something years. Okay? They're benefiting. They benefited greatly, and they're still benefiting. And they're mad as you know what, because I am exposing it. God told me to tell it, okay? To write a book, God gave me the green light to go ahead, okay? Because God wants everybody to know that we all got a record. We gonna face him with one day. And he sees all and he knows all. So they can be like the Pink Panther and just the skippity-loo through here, sneaking and doing stuff, plotting on me, wanted to silence me and even kill me after they benefited and got filthy rich off of me for 2 decades and a half. And making up a horrendous lie, accusing me of money laundering, accusing me of receiving drug money from a man that's locked up 1,000 miles away. Pen pal, which they had me under 24 hours surveillance from the jump before I wrote Charles Blazingame in 1998. Okay? And they started the investigation in, I believe, October. They plotted it up and got this thing set up with the CIA and the FBI and, these secret black op groups they got going from the Justice Department. They all plotted it up on how they was going to do it. So the investigator from Newton County, whatever you want to call them. Okay, they plotted it up in sometime in October of 2000 when I left Bryan and focused on my nursing career, which I was a certified nurse assistant. Okay, at Shady Acres Nursing Home in Douglas, Georgia. Okay, and they still had the bug was still on the bicycle. They were still doing it the whole time. Okay, I got people in my family. They wasn't saying negative stuff at that time, but they were making it seem like, because I was very popular, in customer service, and I've treated people beyond exception, I was like a customer service specialist star, because I was, very friendly and go the extra mile to help people, and, smile, happy to help others and things like that. So they pretty much made me a secret reality star, off of my back. And they got filthy rich. Okay? It's on God's record. You can't take that away. Okay? You cannot take that stuff away. You can sit here and threaten people and tell people, oh, you can't tell, Queen. And every time we try to bring this out in the open, they'll tell people, don't tell her, you're obstructing justice and you're getting in the way of a serious investigation and all this kind of stuff, because we believe that Charles Blasingame gave her that money and bought that trailer home for her and all this stuff. When it comes out in the book, you're going to see it. And it can be proven, too. For these ones that think they're so slick, okay? This stuff can be proven. And we got witnesses, boss people, all of that, okay? Prophets, seers, even psychic people, okay? To back this evidence up on these people. They will name names, okay? God is going to do whatever it takes to expose these monsters in the government. Okay, they're committing the real crimes here. Okay, they're committing these real crimes. Okay, like this thing with politically has happened to the one of our former presidents. They're saying he's racketeering. What have they been doing for 2 decades and a half? Okay, it sounds like with some type of horrendous racketeering to me. And then the people sitting here lying about it. When we try to bring it out in the open, they keep lying about it. That's why God is so furious with this country. Why are you lying about it when God is showing you? It's very obvious. And then they run around here trying to cover it up and plotting. That's what we're told through the prophetic reports and the psychic reports. They're running around here trying to stop me from, I don't know, writing my book or whatever. Talking about certain things. Like I was telling y'all last week about this witch here in Dallas. And I think she lives in White Rock, Texas, right here. She's not too far away from here. She lives somewhere in the Dallas complex, and she's a celebrity, a famous celebrity singer, witch. Okay, I can't say her name out loud, okay, because she's a monster. Okay, and y'all already know how that rolls when you're talking about narcissists, malignant narcissists. Okay, you already know how that goes. So I'm not going to, God told me not to say her name out here because I did it last week accidentally. And then I had to redo the whole thing over again, the whole video over. Okay, so I'm trying not to say her name, okay? Not on video. Not on YouTube, okay? Because she's a celebrity and she lives right here in Dallas. And a lot of people know who she is. But she is not who you think she is, who she appears to be, because she's pretty, got green eyes and long, thick hair. You think she's a saint. She's an angel. No, she's not. Okay, she is everything you see in Disney, those evil witches, like Sleeping Beauty and all of that. Those kind of witches, like the 101 Dalmatians, that Cruella, whatever you call her. Okay? Crudilla, or something. But she's kind of like that witch right there. Okay? She's probably even worse than Madeline O'Hare. Jezebel and Delilah in the Bible combined. Okay? She is like she's a head witch, by the way. Like a warlock. Like a head warlock, like John Ramirez used to be. Something like that. And she has connections with DART, with all kinds of government. That's what we're told. There's reports on her. And they got physical evidence on her as well, that she killed somebody too. And they got physical evidence on her that she tried to set me up and send a hitman to kill me. So while y'all all in y'all feelings because she got them hit songs, I'm not gonna say them out loud, but y'all know who I'm talking about. Some of y'all. I don't give a crap about that. Okay. Yeah, I used to like her. I used to, admire her and her songs and all that until all this facts start coming out on her. Okay. And she was dating, she was in a situationship with my kingdom spouse. My twin flame that God put me with, divinely put me with. Okay? My kingdom spouse, she was in a situationship with him probably for like 3 years. Off and on, she was in one with him. And she tried to put a baby on him, a baby or two on him, and say, oh, this is your baby. Okay? And he come to find out, and when he got a DNA test done, the baby wasn't even his. Okay? And then she tried to trap him again. And I think they said that she lost that baby. She had a miscarriage or something like that, but it was from another man. They're saying it was his best friend or something like that. I'm not sure about that, but I do know that she was trying to trap him, I think last year as well, say, oh, I'm pregnant again. My husband was not hearing that, okay? So, but she's a serious witch, and she's still doing stuff. She's still doing stuff. But anyway, y'all, this has been one of my long recordings of the incidents in my life, and I'm trying to bring this thing out in the open, like all the way out in the open, so that we can bring awareness, so that we can get ready to vote, so we can get some laws that is executively passed, because the Congress is in on it too. The ones that are in power that can put a stop to this, they're involved with it. That is why they have gotten away with this stuff for so long. Because these groups are being funded and given special power from the Justice Department within the FBI. Okay? They're being given special powers to do this stuff. And they have us on terrorist lists, so that they can do that stuff, experiment on us with this dangerous gamma radiation, electromagnetic Star Wars technology. They got it all on the buses, the public transportation, DART trains and buses. They got that on. When people like us get on the buses, they activate that technology so they can read our minds, so that they can torture us with that technology, that radiation. Okay, I'm just letting y'all know what we're facing with this here. And just like they want to silence me and a lot of other people for telling these crimes that they're doing. And God says, I will silence America. I will silence America, because I am tired. Because I don't know if y'all been here to Texas, to Dallas, to the DFW Fort Worth Airport. or anywhere in Irving, it is extremely hot. I mean, it's gotten up to like yesterday, the day before yesterday, it was at least 115 degrees. And you can best bet with the index level, it will be 120. Like Phoenix, Arizona. I'm talking seriously hot. And some of that is the anger of God. It's a subliminal message that God is sending, how angry he is with this state alone, Texas. Okay? And they go here, this little skippy hoodah in this illusionary world of theirs. Okay, like everything's okay. Okay? Everything is not okay. Okay? God is angry with this state and this country. Okay? For this illegal activity that they're doing, and all of these secret vigilante type groups. Okay? Like the Gestapo, Adolf Hitler. Okay? The Jews are not the only people that have special rights. Like the anti-Semitic laws, okay? Because Adolf Hitler also targeted Christians, okay? He didn't only target Jews, but he also targeted Christians as well that did not meet up to his standards. People he felt that was a threat, he had them on lists. The same way America's got us on lists. And they're mad as heck because I am telling it. God told me to tell it. Write a book. Okay? Because that's part of my mission. Because he wants people to know you're going to face your record one day. I don't care who you are. I don't care how famous you are. I don't care how many records you produce, albums you got. Okay? I don't care if you're a queen, you're a king, you're an emperor, empress, whatever you think you are, and how mighty you think you are. Okay? Everybody gonna face God Almighty and give an account of their record. Even Lucifer that they worship. Okay? He gonna bow down the knee to God. And fallen angels will too. Okay? And that's what they get for wanting to be digging in God's secrets. They think it's so cute and doing a reality show, illegal, by the way, reality show on one of God's divine narratives that God was really wanting to keep secret for a while. They wanted the whole world to know. So they got what they was looking for. And they got filthy rich and they benefited. Okay, off of our life. I won't say my life only, because there's other divine narratives and saved, chosen people of God. Okay, they've lived off of our energy. And they're what you call energy harvesters or energy vampires, spiritually. Okay, and they're going to be punished for it. Will a man rob God? It's in the Bible. It's in the book of Malachi. Will a man rob God? Okay? It's not only talking about money. Okay? Because eventually it does turn into money. Because when they are feeding our energy to the devil, he is rewarding them monetarily, and they're benefiting in other ways, in power and position. So they're robbing God. Okay, and God is tired. I'm telling you. And ultimately, God will allow America to be destroyed. He will destroy America eventually. I won't put a timeline on it. And I know that y'all don't want to hear that. That's what you get when you're illegally telling God's secrets worldwide. Okay, that's what they get. And now they want to be all happy mad about it. Okay? This is not no plaything when you're messing with God Almighty. Okay? If it wasn't for God and some of us America would not exist. America would not even be here at all. Because God thought about destroying America in 1980 when Gorbachev was in power. I bet you they're not telling that, broadcasting that out, is they? Okay? They were going to launch missiles over here to the United States in 1980. Because they were very, very hostile. Iran was one too. And I told y'all last week about, I think it was last week or the week before that week, about President Jimmy Carter. Okay, he was one of them, and I think it was another civil rights leader that went over there and had peace talks with Iran and Russia, okay, to talk them down from it. Because I'm telling you, God thought about it. But if you go in the Bible, in Revelation, and you read, if y'all, the ones that are religious and the ones that are, that love God, when you read the book of Revelation, it tells you, about the 144,000. Okay, that's where we are right now. We're right there. We're the ceiling of the 144,000. And some of that is the reason why America is standing right now. Okay? And a lot of us, we tie in with the book of Revelation. They want to silence the trumpet of God. Okay? When they the one activated the trumpet by trying to be so smart and run around here broadcasting my life everywhere. Okay? Think that's cute. You created a whole lot of enemies for me like that. They're going to be mad. Nobody cares about that. God is mad too. However you think you're feeling negatively toward me and other divine narratives and chosen people, that's exactly how God feels about you, about them, and much more. Okay? Now, you think you want to get revenge on us? God wants to get revenge on you too. And not only that, you think you want to silence the trumpets of God? God wants to silence America as well. Okay? Because right now we are infidels. We have turned our back on God. For real this time. Not just back in the 80s when evangelist Billy Graham and Pastor C.D. Brooks, evangelist Pastor C.D. Brooks, and all of them other ones, Pastor Walter Artis, Walter Pierce and all of them, Pastor Willard Santee. Okay? And it's a lot of more of the pioneers. Okay? And that's what held this country from getting blew up back in the 80s, 1980. Okay? Because the 144,000 has to be sealed. And you read it. It's in the book of Revelation. And a lot of us tie in with the book of Revelation. That's why it's dangerous to be running around here plotting on us and all this kind of stuff. Okay? They the one started this thing, y'all. And as you see, they do stuff every day. Think they're above God. And that witch that lives here too in Dallas, she thinks she's above God. She fighting God every day. And it's ones that her fans is mad at me. I don't care about that. Okay? I was a fan of hers too until all these facts start coming out on her and I found out she my enemy. Okay? Nobody's above the law. God was trying to save her for years and she turned God down. He tried to save her thousands of times. She turned God down. Okay? And I gave her like 3 or 4 warnings and she still kept doing witchcraft on me. Me and my kingdom spouse that God put me with. She still kept doing it. Like as I'm talking right now, her and those evil government monsters are still plotting on me right now, still doing stuff. And like I was telling y'all, they did something to the refrigerator. Okay, they did something to it. Don't know what they did, or either the landlord did something, but some of the psychic reports is saying that, and even the seers are saying that they did something to the refrigerator, okay? They got in there. I don't know if my landlord, the manager of that office that I'm renting, let them in, and they came in there and did something to the refrigerator. Okay, so I'm just letting y'all know that. And all of it is being directed. Most of it is being directed from that witch, that head witch, celebrity witch that lives here in Dallas. Okay. I can't say her name. I know some of y'all want me to say her name on here. Okay, God told me I can't say her name, okay? Because she's connected with the government. And all that suffering that we were going through from when we were talking about the prophenologies of the chosen king from the end of 2019 and all the way to I'm talking right now, she was behind it the whole time, y'all. Everything. And when they were saying that my boss man was trying to poison me, she was behind that. Okay? And I don't care about them getting mad. I'm telling it. Okay? Because God is tired of this corruption. Okay? And that trumpet is sounding. My divine trumpet from God is sounding right now. And I have to tell it. That's part of my mission. That's what they get for trying to be so smart on God. Broadcasting my life all over the world, private life. Okay? So they can capitalize and benefit in all different kinds of ways. Okay? So that's what happened this week, y'all. As far as my job out there, they're doing better. And the van lead that I ride with me and a lot of other people, you know, he's fair and, you know, he's decent and he's got morals and things like that. So he's doing the best he can, you know. I can't say that. I'm not going to put him on a high pedestal because I don't know. He may switch up or something, you know. But so far, I'm being very honest and truthful. You know, he's been doing good. He's been, you know, being fair with us and being professional, things like that. It's still some little insidious stuff, like some of the ones, they still got them bad ones out there. And, you know, they try to rub it in my face because they know that I got the feds after me and all of this here, that black op group and that evil witch. And they're part of it, too. Some of them out there, she still got gang members, like, out there. She does. And they rub it in my face to let me know that, you know, that they were part of that little network or whatever you call it, little gang, little thing. She's a little gang member thing that she got out there, okay? And she is the ringleader, that's what they're saying, of that group. She works with the government, okay? I almost said her name. I'm glad I didn't because I would have to do this whole video over. But she is wicked. She's a wicked, wicked, evil witch. And as far as I know, that God is telling me that she ain't gonna come back. It's the unpardonable sin. Okay? The very fact that she keep doing it, that's what you got to see. When light comes and you keep doing evil, you go so far with God. You go too far with God, it's the unpardonable sin, you won't come back. Okay? And that's what she done. Because when she trying to be me and trying to you know, be a divine narrative. How can you be a divine narrative when you can't just be a basic, decent, good human being? How can you go from being a human being and going all the way up to the divine narrative? Okay? She's trying to be me, copycat everything, like she's trying to stop my businesses and all of that, my websites. Stuff I do on that y'all see me doing online. She's trying to see how she can steal it and originate it as if she was the originator or innovator. And then kill me. That's what she wants, to kill me so she can be me. Okay? She's sick. Okay? It's just like saying, I want to be God. I want to kill God. Okay? That's why she can't come back, y'all. Y'all can't get mad at me. She did it all herself. That's for her fans. You can't get mad at me. She did that. Okay? But, you know, that's what happened, y'all. That's what they're doing, is basically I had headaches that week. And, I mean, some of the headaches was a little bit severe. And that van is bugged some kind of way. And I think they've got somebody on the van that's a plant. I think it's a dude. It could be a few other ones too, but it's definitely, I know it's noticed that this one dude is kind of similar to Clyde, his behavior. I've been watching him because God pointed him out, say, that's one right there. I'm like, uh-oh. I'm just watching his behavior. Okay, so they had me under, you know, really reading my mind and stuff like that. Like they love that. They're very, very infatuated with that. Very obsessed with that mind reading technology. And it's not harmless, y'all. It harms your health. And I believe they do it, and they have it on the public transportation too. And I believe or either they have it, the people is on the bus or train, they have the technology gadget things on them, or it's on their smartphone. I don't care how they're doing it. God told me that they're doing it, okay? And that van is bugged. The whole area, the break room that we sit in, it's all bugged, all of it, everything, okay? So they like to just keep me up under this mind reading thing so they can read my mind and all this stuff, and it harms your health. And y'all can go online and look up this information, the electromagnetic technology, the side effects, what it causes. It mimics like you in chemotherapy, cancer, okay? Stuff like that. So they're being very insidious when cunning with stuff, okay? Very insidious, like this thing, like at the office, you know, that refrigerator and all of that. And there's them people, some of them tenants in there, I don't even think they're real, okay? I don't think they're doing, even if they are doing a real business, I believe that they're spying on me. They may be, you know, I will say this positive thing. Maybe they could be friendly spies. They may not be, all of them may be, you know, monsters, okay? So I will say the ones that they really care about us, you know, care about our rights, and, you know, and maybe even they're Christian. Thank y'all very much. We appreciate it, not just me, but all of us. Divine narratives of God and chosen people of God and just basic, decent, saved people, Christian people. Thank y'all very much. And may God bless y'all greatly for what y'all been doing. That's all I can say about that. And so I do have a little faith that there are some you know, some moral, decent people in our criminal justice. And other people, not just criminal justice, but other people that are just advocates for the right cause. Thank all of y'all. And we appreciate everything you do. And God is number one. And he's going to reward y'all greatly for y'all's efforts. So with saying that, I'm going to go ahead and sign off because this video fixing to be a whole hour long, y'all. I'm fixing to sign off right now. Thank y'all.